hopefully get reconnected with some of you guys and just kind of give you an idea of what we're trying to do to help your child be the best they can be. And again, answer questions and hopefully just open up a line of communication like we always like to have at Bremen High School with our parents. And the recording has started, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Dr. Kabelkas. I'm the principal at Bremen High School, and I want to thank you for taking the time to attend this meeting. I want you to, again, know I have 2 meetings going on simultaneously. I have the same meeting going on in Spanish with some of my teachers and my interpreters. That meeting's going on to my right. So if I'm looking over to my right, it's because I'm watching that screen and participating there also. So at some point, I'm going to get done speaking here, and I'm going to go over to the other meeting. So it's kind of exciting to actually be able to help all our families and be able to talk to everybody who has joined in with us tonight and learn a little bit more about Bremen High School and what we're doing through remote learning to help us. Christina Diaz, if you can mute your mic, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. So as you see, meet your administration. It's important for you guys to know who you're working with. Usually we would do this in person. Some of you guys we've met during 8th grade night. This is my administrative team at Bremen High School. Your administrators to help your children be the best that they can be. We're available. Our phone numbers are here. You can also go to the website at any point to contact us. Again, our main goal is to help you be able to help your child to be the best they can be, and us working together create that triangle between your child, a home, the parents and guardians, and us at the school and the teachers. So we're excited to start the school year, even though it's non-traditional. We think we're off to a pretty good start. So again, these are our administrators at Bremen High School. We're happy to serve and happy to help you guys. All right. Hey, Ed, could you go up one slide? I made a little bit of go up one slide. No, go back the other way. There you go. You know, it's important for us to realize that why are we at home? And I think you guys are all understanding this. But again, I think it's important for us to realize our main goal right now is to keep everybody healthy, keep our students healthy, keep our staff healthy, keep our families healthy, our families at Bremen High School, as well as our own personal families. That's really the first reason why we're doing this remotely to start the school year. Hopefully getting to a point where we can come back in a hybrid and hopefully at some point coming back to regular learning like we're so used to. But with that being said, our goal then becomes shifting to we need to help all students to be their best and reach their future potential. That's really our goal every single day, whether we're in remote, hybrid, or whether we're back into school in a normal setting, which hopefully at some point we are. This slide is something that we showed our kids. We talked about during our class meetings, but we also talked about our culture plus behavior equals good results. And we really want to have good results for every single one of our students at Bremen High School. The culture, how we come to school every day, our behavior, how we participate in everything that we do, whether we're at home, whether we're at school, and then we're going to get good results. And that's really what we're looking for. And then our motto, we have pride at Bremen High School. We have pride in who we are, what we do, and how we do it. So it's important to realize we still stick with those focus areas as students and, again, as administrators and teachers. And go back. Yep, there you go. So our focus for 2021 has been very simple. We've really been working really hard on everyday attendance for our students because we feel like even when we're in school, if they're there, we can help them. We've had very good attendance where kids are checking in. We have about 93 attendance rate daily, and that's been very helpful. And that helps us to be able to help our students be their best. So with that in mind, again, encourage the attendance, energy. Try to check in, and I know it's difficult because parents are working, but try to check in and make sure our students are ready to participate within the class. I know if they come every day and they have some energy, they're going to do well, and that's really what we're shooting for. They're going to learn the material. Relating to teachers, relating to your classmates is probably more difficult than ever, but probably easier for our students than it is for us due to the fact that they're used to this a little bit more than we are. And they've been doing a really nice job. So kind of encourage them to relate to their teachers, ask questions, stay involved. Compassion towards our teachers, towards one another is really huge. Also, I think it helps us to really get to this place that we want to be. completing work on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, it's difficult, but it's a necessity. So if we can continue to do that, enjoy the learning, challenge ourselves. We know most of our students are going to want to go to college. And right now, colleges are on remote learning. So it is important. This is a great opportunity for us to work with our students, to work with our teachers, to help our students have that experience that's going to help them at the next level. And then exercise. I had some students reach out to me over the last week, and they were talking about what was helping them, and what was helping them was actually getting out and doing some exercise throughout the day. So make sure they're getting some exercise or moving around the house so they can actually do a great job at the school. And like we talk about, win every day, participate at a high level every day. So parents, what can we do? How can we help our students? How can we help the school help your students? I came up with these 7 things as something that I want you to think about. Again, this is going to be posted, something for you to look at, but stay involved. Please stay involved. There's always room for questions. There's always room for you to make a phone call to a teacher, or I should say an email. Sometimes that's the best way to communicate. They'll call you back if need be. They'll get back to you quickly on an email, but stay involved. Ask questions. Ask your student how the day was. What was the highlight? What was something they need help on? So be thinking about that. Share concerns with teachers, counselors, and administrators. We think everything's going fine until we don't. And the only way we don't is when we get communication from you guys, whether we're asking students. We made communication to 1,500 parents approximately over the last 2 weeks and talked to everybody and got some good ideas. Hopefully you got a phone call and we were able to get through. But we attempted, if we didn't reach everybody, we attempted to, which was pretty cool. I enjoyed those phone calls. Build routines with your kids. We're lucky. We have every day where we're starting basically at 8:30, and we have a 40-minute class every day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday, 25-minute classes. That's a good routine, so stay with that. I really believe in this next one. Find a sweet spot between work and play. Make sure you give your child some time to rest. Question them about what's going on, but give them some free time. Let them do the things that they like to do, being kids too. Sometimes gaming is a good thing. Sometimes going out with friends on a bike and biking around the neighborhood is a good thing. So those are all good things to think about. Enjoy this extra time with your child when you do have it, because we are home with our kids more than we ever have been before. So try to make sure we enjoy it. It's going to still go fast. And then encourage exercise, get outside, as I said. So those are some things just to be thinking about. If we're going to be successful on that, these are things that can help us down that road. We talk about this at Bremen High School. We talk about winning every day. We talk about having our students be you, but align with us. We want our students to be who they are. They're great people. They're great kids. They're going to do great things, but we need them to align with us so we can help them be the best student they can be on a daily basis, where we can help them to go ahead and really be an overachiever or actually achieve at the level they can. So be you, but align with us. And we want to form that triangle between our parents, the school, and the student always being on the top of that triangle, and us working together to keep everybody tight and working at a common goal to help the children. And basically there, I put this on there again. This is going to be posted just so, again, we stay with the schedule right now. We know we're going to be remote learning until October 18th at least. Hopefully at that point, maybe we can do some hybrid and get back. But at this point, this is what we got. We want to continue down that road of doing the best we can. So I appreciate you guys taking time to attend this meeting. I appreciate you guys listening to all the different things that we're trying to do. We got some tutoring that's going to come up. We have different ways that we can help your children during the remote learning that my different administrators are going to talk about. So again, I thank you for being part of this today. And I want you to remember that if you have any questions, reach out to me or any of my team to make sure we can help you, because we want your child to be successful. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Jess Rosinski, my assistant principal, and let her talk a little bit about some tutoring and some different things we got going on to help.
Hi, everybody. As Dr. Kabelkas mentioned, I am Jessica Rosinski. I am the assistant principal for teaching and learning. And now that we're a couple weeks into the school year, I think this slide is super important. So this information has been communicated to your students via our class meetings. I'm also going to send a follow-up email just so you guys have it. I think academic assistance is so important right now that there's no such thing as over communication. So the tutoring that we have available is for all age groups, freshmen through seniors. every day of the week. So as you can see on this slide, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday are the days that your students are in class for 40 minutes per class period. So from 11 to 2:10, we have tutors available in all subject areas. That's going to be during their lunch study hall time. On Wednesdays, because we have the half day with the 25-minute sessions, we've got tutoring again during study halls from 10 to 12. But because it's a half day, we also have afternoon tutoring, as you can see, from 12:30 to 2:30. So we've got lots of options for your students to take advantage of. On the bottom part of the slide, you can see there in terms of signing up, our freshmen are all signed up with our Freshman Learning Center. So we want any inquiries for help to be emailed to that email address. It's bhflchohelp@bhsd228.com. All they have to do is say, I need help in math, and one of our tutors, science, whatever it is, one of our tutors will set up a tutoring appointment with them via Google Meet. So that's how that's going to work. For sophomores, juniors, and seniors, we've got 2 different email addresses on there. So we have a math doctor, Miss Collins. If they need help with math specifically, they can email Miss Collins at ecollins@bhsd228. For all other subject areas, for our sophomores, juniors, and seniors, we want them to email Miss Inslee, who runs our other academic assistance center, so that she can schedule the appropriate tutor for their needs. So that's the S. Inslee email address, that bottom one there. Like I said, we're going to continue to share these email addresses with the students. Their teachers are going to continue to remind them. But please encourage your students to take advantage of these opportunities. Like I said, tutoring every day of the week. We can have someone working with them every single day. So advocate for themselves, reach out to get that assistance. Technology, since we are one-to-one and in this remote setting, we know that things have come up and we're navigating trials and tribulations with technology. If something is not working right on the iPad with Google Classroom, with Google Meet, please do not hesitate to reach out to our media specialists. Sometimes they'll be able to help at a level that's higher than your teacher. You'll get a quicker response in terms of your iPad and technology. So the 2 email addresses on here, we want you to email both of these people, Miss Burness and Miss Sala, because one might be able to get back to you quicker than another depending on what they're doing that day. So again, any technology issues, you're going to want to email both of those email addresses. Just tell them what your concern is, and we'll make sure to get you squared away as quickly as we can. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Sterling.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first remote parent meeting. This is awesome. My name is Mr. Sterling. I'm the assistant principal for student services. I'm in charge of the pupil personnel services area. So all kinds of things, testing, master schedule, counselors, deans, social workers, psychologists, nurse, all of those types of issues. So if you have anything in that realm, please email me. The first thing on the docket for me to talk about is SAT testing for our senior students. Now, every year as a junior, we pay for our students to take that SAT. Unfortunately, it was scheduled last April when we went into remote, and the test wasn't given. So we're providing this opportunity for the senior students to be this October 14th at 8 a.m. The test is a paper pencil test, and it must be given at Bremen High School. And it is a graduation requirement. So plan on helping your senior student get to Bremen on October 14th. We will have buses provided, and more information will come when we start getting closer to that date through email. So be looking for those coming up. Okay, so all seniors must take the SAT to graduate. Just some of the student needs that we've been talking about. If you have any academic issues, my first response to you would be talk to the teacher, because they will have firsthand of what's going on. Sometimes there is some miscommunication between the teacher and the student. And if the student has a question, obviously, please contact the teacher so everybody can get on the same page. If you have any other issues, please sign up to see the counselor. The counselor is here for your child, and we will assist them in any way you can. How do you sign up to see the counselor? Well, you're going to go to first off, here are the counseling staff. For each of the classes, there is a little bit of different alpha slice. We're trying to keep each counselor have the same number of students each year. So the different graded levels have different alpha slices, but it's based on your last name. So, for example, the class of 2024 for Mr. Flood will be A through C, and etc. So those are your counselors. A great group of people, hard worker. They're here for your students. They will bend over backwards to help your students. So please contact them. How do you contact them? Well, or sign up to see them. Well, you're going to go to our school webpage. And if you see, look right here under for students, if you click on that, this drop-down menu will come up and you'll see student services. So you're going to click on the student services, and off to the left over here, we have the counselor sign up. We also have a social worker sign up if there's any social emotional issues that your child might be going through and you might want to request some help there. But first, I'd really like you to start with the counselor. So you click on the counselor sign up, you'll go to the counselor sign up page, and for the different alpha slices, freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors, you're going to click on them. I'm Miss Bonebreak, so I'm going to, click on Miss Bonebreak. It's going to go to Miss Bonebreak's sign up. I'm going to put in my Bremen ID, my first name, my last name, my email address. Click what it has to do with. Maybe write a little note to her. I would like to sign up and take additional AP courses, right? And then you're going to come down to the bottom and hit the submit button. Miss Bonebreak will then get this response emailed to, or that information emailed to her, and she will get in contact with the student. We're going to try to do it during the student study halls because we don't want to pull anyone out of classes, but we will try to meet with them maybe on a Wednesday right after school gets over is what we'll do with that. Okay. Attendance, as Dr. Kabelka said, is very, very important. Okay, so please call for any absences, all day or individual classes. There's the phone number there, 708-396-8109. Or if you're the Spanish speakers, which hopefully no one's here that, but it's 708-371-3600, extension 8, and leave the message in Spanish. Okay. Bullying, cyberbullying, not good, not a good thing. A lot of times these bullying and cyberbullying things become a police issue because a lot of it doesn't happen during class. It happens out from your home, especially now right during remote learning. So please talk to your kids about that. No bullying. Bullying is just plain and simply bad. We have a little bit of additional information. If you do need to come to Bremen for any reason, please make sure that you are healthy. Each person needs to self-certify when you come in at the main office security desk about COVID-19. They may even take your temperature while you're there. If you don't feel well, do not come to Bremen at all. Okay? All information that we can provide you can be given over the phone or through an email. So if you are sick, please don't come into the building. Please stay home. And if your students were not able to pick up any books or supplies for their classes that we were doing the last 2 days, Mr. Meaning will be sending out an email for an additional day to set up for you guys. But if you really want to get that stuff quick, you can always contact Mr. Meany himself. At this time, I would like to welcome our athletic director, Mr. Washington, to talk about all the activities in athletics at Bremen High School.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Thanks for coming out to our meeting here. As Mr. Sterling said, my name is Mr. Washington. I am the athletic director here at Bremen. As you can see on the slides, our clubs are starting soon. Those will be done in a remote fashion. So please encourage your child to check their email for any opportunities for them to get involved. One of the things that you'll consistently hear me say, and if you're a new parent to Bremen, this is your first time hearing me, but you will continue to hear me say this throughout the 4 years, your 4 years here, is that we want our students to get involved. There are a ton of activities. We have a wide array of athletic opportunities for your students as well. I tell people, hey, not everybody's going to be an athlete, but there is something for everybody to do and to get involved with at Bremen High School. That being said, athletics for the 2021 school year, you know that there's been some, it's been on, it's been off again. Now we're back on. So there's been some changes based on what the IHSA is telling us to different start dates. As you may have heard, you may not have heard, football, boys soccer, and girls volleyball has been moved to the spring. Right now, we have boys and girls cross country, boys and girls golf, girls swimming, and girls tennis. Those started yesterday. If your child is interested in playing any one of these sports, please encourage them to come out. There's still time for them to sign up and try out and join one of these programs. We'll take them and get them acclimated to these sports. Next, our winter season. That would be boys and girls basketball, boys and girls bowling, cheer, dance, wrestling, and boys swimming. That is scheduled to start on November 16th. Again, these seasons have changed a little bit. Dates have been pushed up, pushed back, things of that nature. Then we start our first spring season, which would include football, boys soccer, girls volleyball, boys and girls water polo. That is going to start in February this year. So be a little bit chilly out there for football and soccer, but they're used to playing in that weather in late fall anyway. So it'll be an interesting it'll start for those seasons. And then our second spring season, which would be baseball, lacrosse, girls soccer, boys tennis, boys and girls track and field, and boys volleyball. That will all start in May 3rd. Those dates will start. Which would push this spring 2 season into the summer, probably towards the end of July. Softball will be included in that. I'm sorry I left that off the slide, but yes, softball will be part of that spring 2 season. Again, this will push things back a little bit. Contests will be going on into the summer towards the end of June. Now, the thing I will tell you is that these dates are all tentative. It seems to be what's happening is we get different guidelines, procedures from the IHSA on a weekly basis. So these dates have changed about 4 or 5 times since the beginning of the summer. So I will keep you up to date on this information. You can always find this on the athletic department webpage, our page. You'll find everything, all that information on there with tryouts and these dates and any additional information. But we're excited. Thank you for coming out tonight. If you do have any questions or need anything, please feel free to reach out to me, email, give me a call, whatever it is you need to do, and we'll address those issues with you. But have a great year. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right, that's the last slide.
Okay. Well, hey, I want to thank everyone for taking some time today. I hope that you were able to ask some questions. We'll kind of hang out and answer any more questions. Answer them through the chats probably works really well because it also gives us a record of the question that was asked so we can reach out to you guys personally too. Mr. Curtin, is there anything that you would like to say?
No, just make sure parents, the dean's office, please do not hesitate to contact us. If you call us or email us, we will get back to you as soon as possible. Generally, it's a very quick turnaround. Any issues, do not hesitate to try to get us involved to assist.
You know, as Mr. Curtin said, we are, right now, some people are in the building every single day. Some people are working remotely, but we will get back to you on any questions within 24 hours, if not sooner. You can always reach out to me, Mr. Meany, any of the deans. They're awesome at getting back to parents. We want your child to have a great experience. I definitely want to ask Mr. Lane if he's got anything he would like to say. You guys, hard to believe that this is Mr. Lane's last year. He's going to be retiring after this year. So definitely want to give Mr. Lane a chance to say hi.
Again, we just want to say again,
he's having some technical difficulties. That's what happens during remote learning sometimes. We kind of understand that too. Are you back with us, Mr. Lane?
I am. I just want to again just say, continue to support your kids by calling in when they're not going to be in school and letting us know if there's electronic issue or not. Then that way we can continue to support them the best way we can and getting them over to our IMC and doing whatever we can to make sure that they are engaged in the school, in the class. Thank you.
And as I said, this is Mr. Lane's final year at Bremen. He's been a huge asset. Over 25 years of working in that dean's office and helping students. You think of all the students he's come in contact with. We really appreciate his services, and we look forward to him having a great year. Miss Jurgens, she's not at this meeting. She's at the meeting on my right, the Spanish-speaking meeting right now, helping them out. And she sends a hello also, and pretty much echoes the same message that she's available. So again, our deans are split up with counselors. So if you ever call Dean and they will refer you to a counselor possibly, or have a counselor reach out to you, that's good for tutoring. That's good for anything you need. Mr. Sterling, just so you know, he's in charge of the whole PPS department, all the counselors, social workers, deans. He's the direct contact for me to get them working for you. But that's his job, is to make sure they're all working for you. Mr. Meany, he is excited. He's excited to see kids in the building the last few days. He's excited to get kids back on the buses. But we know at this point we got to slow down. So he's been very, very eager to help kids as they come into the building, reaching out to them individually as needed. We're all here to assist. Mr. Zazinski's getting that tutoring going. So please, let's just make sure that we're in your child's corner. We're here to help. Don't hesitate. I really appreciate so many people coming. We had over 50 people at one point this meeting. That's excellent. Again, we're taping it. We're going to post it. And again, we'll be around to answer questions, and also we're around every day to answer questions that come up after today. So with that, this meeting's basically over. Again, I thank everybody for attending. I want your child to have a great year. By us working together, we'll get that done. Thank you, guys. Mr. Washington, we got softball, though. I like that. Got that in. If you have a question, you want to put it in the chat box, go ahead. If you don't, feel free to sign off, whatever. You guys are so very welcome. We appreciate all your efforts to help us help your child. Ms. Avila, good to see you tonight. You never miss a meeting. I appreciate that about you. That's a good question. Yes, we are requiring the face masks when students are in the building at all times, and staff. So staff and students have to. Ms. Rangel, thank you. Ms. Diaz, thank you also. Yes, missing the caravan. Yes, I am. We would have been doing the pizza. Virtual pizza. All right, I'm going to turn this off and go to the Spanish meeting full time.